Hey guys, so it is Thanksgiving and I have Eleanor with me, and I just got out here to the horse rescue because everybody else has kids or family to prepare Thanksgiving dinner and everything, and I have family, of course, but I'm not cooking any Thanksgiving dinner. Had no big huge thing going on, and I am usually Thursday evenings with the horses anyhow, so I said that I would go ahead and take it alone, because usually on Thursdays I do have someone else out here with me that I help, or she helps me, or we help each other rather. But I am out here today alone. I brought Eleanor. She stays in the vehicle. I let her run in when I open the gate, and then I let her run back to the gate when we leave. And when all of the horses are all taken care of and everything, I just let her kind of run around while they're contained. But while I am working, she stays in the car because even though she has been around horses, these horses are not around dogs all the time. There is someone else that comes out here that she does bring her dog and let her dog run around. But I know my dog, and I know the horses, but I don't, they were not raised together. And when I come out here, of course, some of it is play with the horses so that they can enjoy and everything, but most of this is work and taking care of them. So I'm not going to just let Eleanor run around like it's some big old playtime, because I'm here for serious business. Okay, so now we are here and inside, and I have prepared the food for the three horses. As you can see, this one is different. This is Java's, then this is Rusty's, and this is Molly's. Theirs do look the same, but underneath they have a different amount of each grain. And I completely forgot to tell you guys the place that I'm volunteering at. It's Valley View Ranch Equine Rescue at Forgotten Horse Sanctuary. I was looking past you guys because it's such a long name. Make sure that I get it right on the video. And they do have a Facebook, so you can look for their Facebook. Again, it's a Valley View Ranch Equine Rescue at Ranch Forgotten Horse Sanctuary. So that's out where we're at. And it's very secure out here. It is not a visiting or place to bring your family, bring your kids. It strictly is where we come and take care of these three horses, Java, Molly, and Rusty. And the gates, we're in a gated community, then the gates to the actual pastures and everything has codes and locks. And so it is very secure for our little buddies in here. So let's go and meet the horses. And I did already muck everything, which usually I do last while the horses are eating. But the other day I came out here, it ended up getting dark on me. So I would rather actually be hands-on with the horses if it starts getting a little bit dark. But I did come out here early enough that I should be able to, hey Malls, that I should be able to just take my time. So everything's already mucked. I prepared the food, but they do get a little bit of water in their food because Molly here, who is actually in her 30s, it is harder for her to chew and eat her food, so it does take her a while. So mixing it with that water just helps, as well as Rusty, who's in his 20s. It takes him a bit as well, and the water just kind of helps mix up the different layers of the grains and everything that's in there. So let's go ahead and meet Molly. So this is Molly. She is all groomed. She's in her 30s. She is also our only horse that has shoes. She's got shoes on her two front feet. And when I groom her, I pay special attention to her lower legs, the whites, which are not so white right now. But she does get a horse fungus. So we brush out the bottoms of those feet to help get it out. And then, of course, she does get a treatment for that to remedy that. And I groom her first. Hi, Oreo. This is one of the neighbor's cats that likes to come down and see us sometimes, but I'm not much of a cat person. And she is the first that I groom because she needs to eat first. Because, like I said, she does take a longer time to eat, whereas Rusty is in his own enclosure and can take as long to eat as he wants. Molly and Java are always together. So when Molly eats, she needs to be separated. But then before I leave, they need to be together again when I leave. So as long as it takes Molly to eat, I am here with them. And then when she's done eating, they get their hay and then they can be together again. But if I was to just feed her her grains that you saw that I prepared in there, Java would just come over and start eating all of it. So that is Miss Molly, and she knows that it is time for her food. And there is that beautiful golden girl. This is Java, and she just got all groomed, and even not groomed, she is just shiny like that. She's just got a nice sheen to her. She is the youngest at 10, and I say she is what I would be like if I was a horse. I would probably be like Java, and the cool thing about Java is right here on her rump, she's actually got a little mark that looks like it could be a J for Java or a T for Tay. And how Molly, I said, we pay special attention, or I pay special attention to her legs, her lower legs. With Java, she gets a special cream on her belly and at the base of her tail. As well, she gets a separate fly spray than the others get because she does have allergies. It just helps keep her healthy, helps keep her from breaking out in little welts or anything. So after she's all brushed and everything, she gets on her belly, she gets the cream at the base of her tail. She gets a separate fly spray than the others, spray her all down, and there she is. She is a beautiful beast. And the reason that how I said that Molly and Rusty both take longer to eat, you might be thinking, well, then wouldn't it make sense to groom Molly, then feed her, then groom Rusty, and then feed him? Well, I do Java second because she would be, if I did Rusty next, she would get super impatient, and then it would be almost impossible for me to catch her and for her to want to be groomed because she already knows everybody else is eating. So that's why I do her next, so that she can go ahead and eat and I can pay special attention to Rusty. And as you saw also when I was showing the food, Java's little grain thing is the smallest. Don't worry, she does eat. Everybody does get hay before I leave, and some people only give their horses hay and no grains or anything, so don't worry, Java is eating. She just gets a smaller amount of grains. She's younger. She doesn't have as much needs. And I didn't show you guys because while I'm doing this, I'm holding the rope and swinging it around. Java does get a little run around before I catch her. Unless I come out later and it's short of time, which then she also can see it's getting darker, she will let me catch her after a couple minutes. But a day like this where I came out early enough, she gets to get her exercise, which is good for her. She does need it. And kind of gets to run around everywhere. She looks great doing it. Good exercise for both me and her. But I didn't bring a tripod or anything, so I couldn't really show you. And for me to be filming and holding the rope at the same time would have been a little difficult. So That's Miss Java, and let's go ahead and get her fed. So last but not least, this is Mr. Rusty, and he just got groomed, so he is ready to chow down. And the special thing about Rusty is he gets special exercises before I groom him because he does have a previous injury before they got him here at the rescue. So I do special physical therapy exercises with him just to keep him moving, keep everything moving. Then he also gets laser treatment. I did not give him laser treatment right now, but there are other people that come out and also do his exercises and laser treatment and everything. So everything that happens with the horses, like Java's cream, his exercises, it's all, we work together as a team. And so that's also why it's nice to do him last, because I can take the time with him with his exercises without feeling like Java's hungry and rushing me so that she could eat. And here is this beautiful little man, and I'm gonna go ahead and get his chow for him. And you can see he is thinner. He's in his 20s. I forgot to mention he is thinner, so he is also on a special diet to get some weight back on him, and he does look a little better than when I first started here. You all right? So let's go ahead and get him fed. Okay, so now I am all finished with all three of the horses, and as you can see, each of them has a different diet. They have different creams or exercises or special things that each of these horses need. So that's why it's important that they have a team of volunteers that they can depend on to stay healthy and get everything they need. And I know it's Thanksgiving, it's a holiday, but I didn't mind coming out here because this Thanksgiving, I'm actually very thankful for these horses, for giving me something positive in my life, as well as a distraction from my anxiety and just being too much in my head. They get me out of the house, they give me a responsibility, they get me doing something. And I'm so blessed and thankful to be able to have that. They play a really huge part of my week. And when I get to come out here, I don't feel like it's a chore. I know it's a responsibility that I have as a volunteer to make sure that they are fed and groomed and taken care of and everything. But that's Eleanor drinking her water. But it's also therapy for me. I'm so blessed and happy that I have this. Now I'm just gonna sit here in my car for a minute. She's got some food in the back. She probably won't eat it though. She'll probably wait until we get home. But she's crying because she knows that I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some tortilla chips from the Santa Fe grocery store. These, okay, Albanese gummies. I don't like gummy candy, but the specific brand Albanese, they're gummy bears and gummy worms. I think they have other gummies, but the worms and the bears are the only ones I've tried, but they are amazing. They are by far one of, if not my very favorite candy. But why I mention them is because these tortilla chips are from the Santa Fe market, the grocery store. They freshly make them there, and these are my favorite chips. So I have some of my favorite chips, and I've got a peanut butter and jelly, and I would just wait till I get home to eat, but it is almost 5. I haven't eaten since I had some malto meal for breakfast watching the Thanksgiving parade. So I'm a bit hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and at least eat my sandwich, maybe munch on my chips as I'm on my way home. My mom mentioned maybe bringing my dad a Thanksgiving plate, but I'm not positive. So if he does not have anything, I want to get home and make him a nice, good dinner. Of course, not turkey, because obviously that takes all day and everything, but we have other stuff that I could make him something really good he'll enjoy. Because the coronavirus is having another spike or whatever, he is at home and didn't really plan to go anywhere and knew that I was going to be out here with the horses. So yeah, I mean, we had already talked during the week. It doesn't feel like that much of a holiday, but of course I still want to be able to make my dad a good dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my sandwich. No bag. Wonder Dog. I took her with me. She got to run around a little bit. And now we're going to be on our way home. I love y'all, and I hope you had a very blessed Thanksgiving. And yeah, I just hope you had a wonderful day with family. If you didn't get to be with anybody, that you were able to FaceTime them or give them a phone call, still get to see your loved ones. I know holidays this year are a lot harder and can be sad, depressing, frustrating. So just try to focus on what good you can out of your day. I mean, I know you guys are already going to be seeing this after Thanksgiving, but just every day. I mean, right after Thanksgiving, we start thinking about Christmas time, to just find little things that make you happy. Volunteer in your community. That's a great way to give back during the holidays. Feel happy, feel some joy. Also, I will put the link to the rescue out here in my description if any of you would like to donate, because as you can see, it takes fly spray, it takes special creams, ointments, of course they need their vaccines, it takes different special grains and foods and hay. It takes a lot, especially even like rental out here for the place. It takes a lot to keep these horses happy and healthy and give them a place to live out the rest of their years in a great way. So if you would like to donate, please go ahead, and even just $5 or $10 is something, because it all adds up. So yeah, I'll put that in the description. And I love you all, and I will see you next time. And you are lovable and capable.